remember the beast inside their circle of flames and laugh at it till it faded away. Andreas raises his hand. The communists sleep on steel floors, not in beds. That's how tough they are. We have 3 cows, and if we can't get them out, what if they sink our ferry? 5 cows, we have 5. The teacher rests one hand on the piano against the glass frog house where Icarus lives. The frog's heartbeat pulsates on every surface of his body, flashy and rapid, as if his body were his heart. Icarus survives on the dead flies. The boys peel off sticky coils of flypaper that dangle from their kitchen ceilings. I was afraid too, Thekla Jansen says, especially those nights after the Reichstag burned. Startled that the teacher is admitting to fear, her boys lean forward in the wooden rows of desks, 2 to each row. Most of her 10-year-olds are already in uniform, pins of the new flag on their brown collars. But the 9-year-olds, too young to join, wear threadbare shirts buttoned to their throats, borders of white collar only on those boys who own their school books. For the poor boys, it's 1 book shared by 2. For weeks I kept checking for flames and smoke above our roofs, she says, and wonders if her boys, too, will forever remember where they were when they found out. For her, it was at a costume ball, dancing with friends from her university days, to music from an orchestra of clowns. Rosenmontag, Shrove Monday, the pomp and glory of parades and floats and music and masks. Your last fling because once Lent began, you had to atone for your sins and mistakes. Rosenmontag, the next to last day of Carnival, when all of Germany let loose in frivolity, when behind your mask you could be anyone you chose. As Thekla danced in the red and black flamenco costume her mother Almut had sewn, words shattered the music. A man's voice from the Volksempfänger, People's Radio, saying the Reichstag was on fire in Berlin, saying it as though he didn't believe it, his voice urgent and climbing like the highest note of music itself. The costumed dancers froze, as if in a pantomime, as the voice described how, there in Berlin, ghosts and jesters and Vikings, and Chinamen and ballerinas and prophets, and Indians and angels and cats and Dutch girls with wooden clogs were swarming from restaurants and bars toward the blazing cupola of the Reichstag, while men in uniform, firefighters, NSA and police, tried to block the bizarre witnesses from getting too close. Do you remember where you were when you heard about the Reichstag fire? Thekla Jansen asked her students. A murmur, a hum, several hands rising. I was allowed to stay up late because of Rosenmontag. A neighbor came in and told us. I heard on the radio. I went to sleep in my costume. I was a cowboy with... I was a Chinaman. My Oma made me a yellow hat that's like an umbrella, with 2 holsters and a mustache. My mother woke me up and took me outside, Richard says. Some houses were dark. She kept wondering who knew about the fire and who didn't. Did you have a mask, Fräulein? Black satin with red stones. Thekla remembers how troubled she felt as she pulled off her mask, and again on Aschermittwoch, Ash Wednesday, 2 days later, when the priest's thumb drew the cross of ash on the forehead of each parishioner. The scent of ashes in his golden bowl tilted her back into the night of ashes falling on Berlin. Ashes to ashes. To whom must I answer? As though the Reichstag fire had been the harbinger for this ash on her skin. And she envisioned future Ash Wednesdays, years funneling into decades, when the cool smudge on her forehead